Hey guys, let me turn this light off. Yep, there we go. Hey guys, oh, make sure, I think I like the light better. Yep, there we go. Hey guys, listen. Welcome to my channel. I am Tanisha Bibbs. I am here with the Beauty X Solution products, and I'm also going to be talking a little bit about one of our products today. This is a little different for me because I normally jump on in the evening time, but if you are watching this, you can also catch this by replay. We're going to be talking today about Beauty X Solutions, what the benefit of the product is all about. I'm excited to do this today because the thing about restoration and hair restoration is it really helps build your hair. It really helps build your self-esteem. So my entire line, entire brand is literally talking about building yourself, building you, who you are, walking in your true beauty, healing from the inside out. I think that's so important when you are discovering who you are, discovering your beauty. I think a part of discovering your beauty also is all about really understanding about your hair care, about who you are, when it comes to that, because sometimes we don't have the answers to everything, guys. You know what I mean? But there are some particular questions that we may have about our hair that, you know what I'm saying, I can definitely answer. So I wanted to share really about one of the products that I came out with, which is our mask. This is our Follicle Detox. I'm going to show you what that looks like. Just like that. Okay, so you see that. One of the things about the Follicle Detox that I like, okay, so when a person goes through a hair loss situation, whether they're a man or a female, there are several different factors to take into consideration, okay? Yes, health is one of the ones. You know, dieting is something else as well. And there is something also called DHT. That DHT I call an invader. That invader invades the follicle. It invades the dermal papilla, and it begins to shrink literally that hair strand in that follicle. And what happens is that over the course of time, even though you don't know about it, over the course of time, you'll begin to lose your hair. When you lose your hair, then you may think it could be from stress. It could be for so many different things, but really it could also be from DHT. And so when you start to take in products that helps with that DHT in the body, goes into the system, those type of things, it will also help to answer some of the problems that you may be having. A lot of times people are not stressed, you know what I mean? They just have a good diet, they are moving forward or whatever. But the DHT in that hair strand actually starts to shrink the hair, shrink the hair shaft to where the hair begins to fall out. Okay. That is just not the one particular thing that actually happens. There's more things that you have to take into consideration. But one of the things that I found was that the DHT actually shrinks the hair. And people begin to lose their hair, and they wonder why they're losing their hair. And so that's one of the issues. So what I did was I created this detox mask. It is made out of choco, and choco is really good for the hair. It helps detoxify the hair strands. It helps to damage hair. It conditions the damaged hair deeply. And my product this mask is different because in some of the other products, you have to actually use the mask first, and then you use the other products. But with my product, the system is a little different. So with restoration product, you would use the shampoo first to remove the DHT, to remove the sebum off the top of the scalp. And then you would actually use the mask as the DHT blocker as well, and as the sebum remover as well. Okay, it is an all plant-based natural. There's a lot of other DHT blockers out there, but they are medical, and a lot of times they have alcohol in them. They have too many things that's going on into your hair anyway that you don't want to keep losing hair, right? So what this does is it fortifies the hair. Okay, and anything that is like if your strand is weak, It helps to strengthen those weak strands. You have other things that you can actually use to help strengthen the strands, like my cap. When you put the cap on, the cap actually helps to build the muscle. It builds, it makes it strong. And then your hair strands will start to get stronger, okay? And if people want healthier hair, then that's the way to go. All of the essential oils that we use in the product helps with the pores. It helps to open up the pores and stimulate that scalp growth, that follicle. Because anytime you have hair that you have lost, you're going to have to stimulate that scalp follicle in order for the hair to actually circulate that blood flow, detox the hair. Detox is amazing. You can do so many different detoxing. When my clients will come when I had my clinic at the time, when clients would come in, what I would do is I would use a airbrush machine to help detox, to help remove the debris off of the follicle, off the scalp, in order to get the product in. But in this instance, then I'm using the mask to remove that naturally versus using a chemical product. Okay, it detoxifies and decongests the hair, removes the buildup and impurities while conditioning to help keep your scalp and your hair, your overall healthiness of the hair to be healthy. I think it's very important to use the product, to use the detox products, because when we're doing, sometimes we do what's called a cleanse. In the cosmetology world, we'll do what's called a cleaning to the scalp, which will be the first initial cleaning. But initially, my system again works a little different. You don't have to use that detox, the shampoo or the cleansing shampoo or the remover to remove that, you know what I mean, or to strip the hair. You use the shampoo first to put the minerals back, and all of that in the hair, and then you would use the BX Mass Follicle detox, and that detox is right after the shampoo. You use it on the scalp. I show a little technique of how to really use it successfully, and that will be to have a applicator bowl with an applicator brush, and you would take a little bit out of this container, just to tip a little water. I use spring water, about alkaline base, and I'll mix it and create almost like a small paste. It's already kind of pasty. I don't want to touch it, but it's already kind of pasty in here. But just to give it that stretch, if you're in the salon, you're working, you want to go ahead and take a little bit of that out and put it into your applicator bowl and mix it just a little bit and kind of stretch that product for the one client. You don't want to dip it, keep dipping in. You want to definitely make sure that you're using your safety sanitation techniques, because in the salon we also definitely use safety and sanitation. That's a big plus, okay? So you would do that, and you would actually part the hair down to 4 quadrants, and then you will go into subsections and place the product onto the scalp area, allow it to sit on the scalp area. You can put a plastic cap, you can put them under the dryer, and it actually pull all those toxics out of the follicle. And it also would get the mineral in the follicle that it needs. That's what the shampoo does. Shampoos help with that mineral. So we're just really talking about the charcoal mask. It strengthens and also restores and repair. Your hair needs to be repaired, and I think a lot of times where the issue is, it goes with the scalp, not so much on the hair strand. When we go with unanswered questions, then what happened is we leave room for hair to shed. Yes, the hair will shed naturally, but also if we don't use hair products right, this is a hair restoration product. It's a big difference than a hair restoration than a hair maintenance product. If you want to know more about that, I have a video that I did on my page. If you go into the link above, you can go into my Facebook page, and there is a video that I put out there that talks about the difference between a maintenance program versus a hair restoration program. There's a huge difference, guys. The initial approach is totally different, okay? So the approach for hair maintenance is just that, just to keep the hair maintained. And, whereas the restoration systems are more specific, and they are specific to hair loss needs. Most of my product line deals with like for instance, my multivitamins deal with the inner inside, you know what I mean? What you're putting on the inside. It helps with a lot of different issues. I've had a client literally that gave a testimonial last week about the fact that she was anemic. And she started taking the multivitamins that I provided for her. And with those multivitamins, she needed a blood transfusion. She doesn't need that blood transfusion anymore. So I think it's what you're putting into your body that ultimately have an effect of what is on the outside, okay? It also stimulates, because we do have the peppermint in there, so it stimulates the hair follicles, and it stimulates the hair follicle. That's what you really need. You need that stimulation, okay? Let me see. It is paraben free, so it's just a great product to use. There's some amazing, everything is vegetable, plant-based. It do have the flaxseed oil in there, the olive oil in there, and the grapeseed oil. I love grapeseed oil. And so it's really all alkaline, to be honest with you. It's alkaline based as well as vegan. So I don't really promote any product that is non-vegan or non-alkaline. You know what I mean? Because I know what it could do. I know what it's done over the years. And so I've changed so much. I've changed my what I wash my clothes with. I do all natural products with that. What I wash my dishes with, clean my house down with. I'm still working on the dishwasher, actually, because I want to, I'm still working on getting some more information about that. But that's the product knowledge of today. It is very harmful, guys. This product is very, very harmful. You have some harmful products and you have some non-harmful products, and that's what our product is. It's very non-harmful. So I wanted to share. Hey, Ty. Oh my God, I'm getting ready to inbox you, Ty. I got a date for second week of January, so I'll let you know about that. And so with all that was going on, I had to change the date of a taping that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to inbox you, Ty. And so that's really what we have. I have the rosemary extract with the mask. That rosemary extract is really, really good to help strengthen the hair and the hair follicle. We have so many other different essential oils and that are beneficial. As far as one, peppermint, you guys know, is an essential oil that opens up the pores and it stimulates the scalp, okay, for hair growth. Definitely. So I wanted to put the benefits into the product so you guys can get that benefit out. So as your hair begins to grow, you can be like, wow, you know what I mean? There's a lot of products that say they do this and they say they do that. I'm not knocking those products, because my products, I do know work because I've literally, you know what I mean, tested it out and had people use it and had some really great reviews. This is not like something I made up. This is literally some great reviews, and I can't wait to share those people with you all. Also, let me see the essential oil of pores. Okay, let me make sure I have everything. We have the vitamin E as well in there, and the D alpha as well in there that helps with the overall healthiness of the hair. So this mask is very beneficial. Hey, love, this mask is very, very beneficial. I don't just say use the mask. I say use the system, because the system is going to give you the benefit that you need when you're doing your hair restoration. Why did I create this line? I created this line for people that wanted hair loss answers. I created this line for people who could not afford $1,200, who could not afford the consultation fee. Now, you should afford that consultation fee to go to a dermatologist to get a diagnosis and to see what type of alopecia you do have. And then if, over the course of time, it gets expensive. It really does. You get in and you get into a really nice hair restoration system that actually helps with the hair and that actually promotes healthy hair, healthy hair growth, and so forth. So one of the products, again, of today we're talking about is the Follicle Detox, which comes from the BX3 brand and the line. You can go to BeautyXsolutions.com. You can see a little bit more about my products. Actually, I'm going to be changing out some of the pictures on there because my product company, I'm now dealing with a chemist versus dealing with another type of company with my brand. So I'm able to put the product out there for you guys, and it's very affordable. Like literally, this is no joke. We have the wellness wigs that's also affordable. I'm going to get online and talk about the wellness wig a little bit as well. But I do have the wellness wigs. I have two types of wellness wigs when it comes to the actual lace on the wigs. Okay, that is the transparent and also the brown. The more Swiss lace that is a little thicker, okay? But the transparent is thin, the thin Swiss lace, okay? So all of my products are hair restoration, even the wigs. They are geared for people with alopecia. They are geared for people that want to strengthen their hair, want to kind of give their hair break, thinning, edges, issues like that. You guys, if you are dealing with issues with edge, you need my products. You know, the multivitamins and the growth elixir is amazing. It will grow those edges, guys, back into place. I promise you on that. And all of my products have the DHT blocker in it, which I love, 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 love. And it also helps with the overall healthiness of the hair. We also have a more extensive hair loss treatments, which if you don't need that, you just don't need that. You know what I mean? But there are some people who really want to see growth quickly. And so this will be another way of doing that. But this is just an easy way. As of right now, we do have the BX3. I'm going to share with you what consists of the BX3. So with the BX3, you get your Replenish shampoo, your Revive conditioner, and you get the growth elixir. That comes with the actual system. That's the BX3. The entire line is the BX Beauty's X Solutions, but the BX3 is the restoration system. With everything else is a la carte, and the reason being is because you don't necessarily, some people need it, some people don't need it. So with the Beauty multivitamins, they come in 180 vegetable capsules, and also the Beauty Vitamin 60 comes the same way, but they come with 60 capsules for 30 days. You can try that out. Inbox me, let me know if you want to try that out. We do also have a sample kit that's online. I think the sample kit is like 45 bucks. You can get that. The rest of this month, we have sales on everything. After this month, it goes back up to the regular price. I know the value of this product is amazing. That's why I wanted to get it to you this December. Will we be doing other sales? Of course, but you don't want to wait till that sale because it may not be as good as it is now. So this entire line helps. We also have the $1 Million Leave-In. I came up with that in my sleep, guys. I was using it's also made with charcoal as well. And I was using my charcoal leave-in, and my hair was beautiful. I mean, it felt so good. And I said, man, this is like $1 million. And boom, I said, you know what? This is the $1 Million Leave-In. So I've had this. All of this literally have been in the making for 10 years. And I really gave it much thought. I put what people would think of. And I said, you know what? This is not about me. This is not about me making money like that. This is really about me helping. And that's really what I want. I have my own hair issue going on. My daughter had her own hair loss issue going on. And so we decided, I decided to really go in prayer and pray about what I felt people needed. And there we go. We have a full restoration system. I'm just excited. You guys follow me on YouTube. I give content on how to build a custom wig business. What is the difference between Swiss lace, open lace, skin weft, and those type of things. I talk about everything on my YouTube channel. You can get from motivation, from beauty on the inside. You can get all of that in Tanisha Bibbs on YouTube, on all of that as well. And definitely make sure you follow our Instagram page. We are at Beauty X Solutions on Instagram. You can just follow me, Tanisha Bibbs, and you'll be able to see what's getting ready to happen. We have a retreat coming up in March. I'm excited about that retreat. We are solidifying a lot of our speakers, and well, we're not solidifying, we've already solidified them, but we are solidifying one other speaker that I really can't mention who she is yet, but we're going to just put her out there. She's amazing, and she's great for what we're doing. And I just wanted to introduce her to that. If you want to be a part of this retreat, you will be able to. We're going to be It's going to be in Atlanta this year. It's not going to be at the Blue Ridge Mountains, but it will be in Atlanta. Very comfortable, very escape place to be at. I have my girl, I got to mention her on this. I have my girl, Carrie Turner of Carrie J's Event. She's absolutely amazing, have become a friend to me, and she's amazing. I love her, you know, what she do, and she loves my vision. She knows my vision. You guys will be able to see everybody that God has really put in my life this season to help push my vision. I'm really excited about that because you need people. Listen, this is now, I'm coming off of talking about beauty, you know, shampoos and things, but I'm going to share something with you that God is releasing for me to tell you. You have to be very careful this season who you connect with. Everybody's not your friend. You know, people who take things literal, they have issues that's going on in their lives, and they want to interject it into other people's life. If you're healed, if God has healed you and God has delivered you from your past, it is time for you to move into your new next, which could be relationship, it could be friendship, it could be new new adventures, things like that. Don't allow people to keep you stuck into your past. Don't allow people to keep you stuck in bondage. It's time for you to move forward. It's time for you to push forward into what God has called you to do, and not be copycats or not be jealous of somebody else or intimidated by somebody else because of their status quo. Let me tell you something. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. God can do anything with you, and anything that you desire to do, he can do it. So don't allow people to keep you stuck to an old wineskin. You are a mover and a shaker, and he is moving you into your new next. Don't allow people to keep you stuck in your past, in bondage, because now it's time for you to move. Yesterday, 2 days ago, I was in a group, and I began to the women in the group began to share what they were going through. It's so powerful to be a part of women who are excited for you, who are not jealous of you, who are not bitter or who think you're bitter. They don't even understand your story, because if they understood your story, they wouldn't even try you like that. So it is time for you to rise up and walk into who God called you to be. Don't be intimidated by nobody because of education. Don't be intimidated by nobody because of status quo, because guess what? You learn from those people. That doesn't mean you have to be buddy up with them, or they're your friends and you have to go out to dinner. No, you just learn from them and keep it moving. That's my status this year. Keep it moving. It's all right. You don't have to love me. You don't have to like me. You don't have to follow me. But you know what? Just respect the oil that's on my life. And that's what you have to do this season. So I wanted to just encourage somebody on today to just keep it moving, move forward. As I begin to see those women in that room, and they was crying out, their spirits was crying out. Listen, guys, it is power in unity with women. These empowerment movement, that's about self. Their empowerment movement, that's about your clique and you. And if they're not a part of your sorority, they're nobody. Let me tell you something. You're going to have to learn who you are this season, and you don't have to fit into the crowd, because God made you different. He made you unique. He made you different for a reason, because there's people out there that need to hear your voice. There are people out there that need to hear your testimony. There are people out there that need to hear your story. There are people out there that are waiting on your yes. They are waiting on you to say yes. They are waiting on you to move. They are waiting on you to answer the assignment that's on your life. And come hell or high water, it doesn't matter what people put on social media about you. It doesn't matter what people say about you, what they gossip about you. All you have to say is the devil is a liar, because greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. God and one is the majority. And what he put into your womb, he's about to bring it forth. And he gonna spring it forth just like a rocket ship. Hear what I tell you, good. this day. Do not compare yourself to people. Beauty comes with on the inside. You don't have to look like nobody, act like nobody, speak like nobody, and you definitely don't have to shut your mouth like everybody else. God created your voice to speak on what he called you to speak on. It is time for you to raise your voice, and it is time for you to do what he's called you to do. And stop sitting on a back burner, allowing people to sit on you, allowing people to disrespect you, allowing people not to, allowing people to keep you in a place of stuck and stagnation. The devil is a liar. It is time for you to move and to walk in what you're called to walk into. And anybody come contrary to that, you know what? Just excommunicate yourself and remove them out of your life, because they don't mean you no good. Anybody in this season that attaches themselves to you ought to be able to push you into the next level that you're called to. And if they cannot do that, you are going to have to start removing yourself. It's nothing. Hey, we give you, you have permission to remove yourself from people that are toxic in your life. You have permission to remove yourself from people that want to keep you stuck in your old, whatever you used to do. You have permission to do that. You know why? Because you have the ability to heal on the inside. If they don't take that very same healing ability, that is not your responsibility. You do not need to carry false burdens this year in your life. You need to move forward and allow God to walk you through your purpose. And sometimes the purpose may not look beautiful. Sometimes walking through your purpose, you may have to cry sometimes. You may have to get angry at why you went through. You may have to take a bat to a tree and hit the crap out of that tree and say, you know what? I'm tired of this, because now I'm going to change. Yes, you might have to get mad at the fact that your life went the way that it went through, but thank God it wasn't worse. You may have to be angry and upset, but it's okay to be upset, because it's a part of your healing. Don't allow nobody to dictate your healing for you. If you start letting people dictate your healing, you're going to stay stuck. It is time for you to walk into who you are called to be and stop allowing yourself and things and people to stop you because you are scared or you are in fear or you don't know which way to go. Wise counsel. Stop getting this advice from people who are bleeding and who's going to bleed on you and keep bleeding on you because they don't like a man. They think you shouldn't like no man. So they're going to tell you every negative word about a man. No, not in this season. God said, I'm going to pour out my spirit upon all flesh. Those of you who can hear the word of God, who would be doers of the word, he said, I'm going to pour it into you. And not only am I going to pour my spirit into you, but the product line that you've been trying to develop, I'm going to give it to you just like that. The book that you're trying to complete, I'm going to give it to you just like that. You see what I'm saying? The connections that you needed this season, I'm going to open up those connections for you. So stop listening to bleeding people. They will kill you this season. Not only will they kill you with their own, whatever they want to call it, they'll kill you with their own philosophies and who they think God is and what they think God is in your life. Let me tell you something. There is safety in the multitude of counsel. People who have gone through, who refuse to hide their pain, who refuse to hide what they have dealt with for years, and God has delivered you this season. It is time for you to stop sitting down and not allowing God to use you. There are people out there that need to hear your voice. There are people out there that are dying and they don't know how to. There are people on the verge of committing suicide, and your voice is the saving factor for them. And because you are keeping your voice quiet this season, you are not doing what God called you. But we need to break that cycle that keep you silent and locked down because you need a permission, or you're afraid to say things because you're afraid to hurting people's feelings. You have got to open up your mouth and do what God has called you to do this season. If it hurt their feelings, then hey, to God be all the glory. I'm sorry. It's time out for this. It's time out for catty people on social media beating people down. Now, it's a difference when you are when is factual information versus if it's not factual and it's coming from your flesh. Try the spirit by the spirit. That's what God said. That's what the word of God said. Try the spirit by the spirit. So now with that being said, go and do the will of God and do what God has called you to do. And don't allow anybody to stop you from doing what, because let me tell you, I do not want to be in the hands of an angry God. I really don't. I don't want God's wrath to come upon me because I didn't do what God called me to do because I'm worried about what people think. The devil is a liar. This is the season to break that cycle. And, anyway, I don't know why I even went there, but to God be all the glory. So those of you, there is something in your womb that you have got to allow it to come out this season because you have been locked down long enough. You have sat down long enough. You have been in fear long enough. There is something in your womb that needs to come out now. You have got to give birth to this thing. If you don't give birth to this thing, it's going to stay in past its time. It's going to cause you agony. It's going to cause you pain and frustration. And you don't need that pain and frustration. It's time for you to give birth to what God and the assignment that God has placed on the inside of you. All right. So to God be all the glory. I really just jumped on to talk about the follicle mask hair removal. Jesus. God told me to release that. So I love you guys so much. I thank you for jumping on my page. I will be back on, not today, probably tomorrow. We're going to talk about more products. We're going to talk about BX3, Beauty X Solutions. This is the next level. Listen, when you use Beauty X Solution, I promise you wear any of my stuff, wigs, this stuff has been prayed over. And I'm telling you, you're going to be like, oh my God, for real? Yes, for real. So I love you guys. I thank you guys for jumping on. I thank you for those of you who have commented, shared. I pray that God's blessing be upon you. I pray that this, as you begin to move in 2020, that God will give you the inventions that you have been desiring, that you will walk in who you're called to, walk in your purpose, that you will not allow people to stop you, that you will get all of the ideas that God has placed on the inside of you. You will walk into it in 2020. 2020 is your year. 2020 is a year for you to not back down. Stop allowing the enemy to make you back down and silence your voice. The devil is a liar. Your story needs to be heard. I'm telling you, I kind of keep going here. I don't know why, but I even hear national platform television. Hey, beautiful, we need your products at December 14th. I'm there. Listen, some of you all are going to be on national platforms. You're going to be on talking about what God has done in your life. You're going to be able to do those things, but you're going to have to make a yes, a serious yes. A serious yes. I mean, look, there's going to be days that you ain't going to be able to pay your bills. There's going to be days that you ain't going to have no gas in your car. But if you give God a yes, he said, I'm going to prepare a way for you. I'm going to prepare that way for you. If you say, yes, God, I answer the call on my life and I'm going to do what you called me to do. As ugly as my testimony has been, it's going to be something beautiful in the eyes of somebody else because they need to hear what you have gone through, the abuse, the molestation, the rape, the agony, the pain, the disappointment in relationship. You have got to tell people this stuff. This is what true beauty is all about. My shirt said, discover your true beauty. What is your true beauty? What has caused you, the thing that have pushed you and propelled you into doing what you're doing now? It is your beauty. It is what's on the inside of you. It is that God beauty that's what God is after. He's after that God beauty that's on the inside of you. All right. I love y'all. I got to get off and I have an appointment. So I love you guys so much. Thank you so much, Valencia. Yes, I will be there. Definitely. I love y'all and y'all have a blessed and wonderful day.